What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video, and I'm really excited because the Guardian published an article saying that Mason Mount is looking increasingly likely to join Liverpool FC in the summer, and Liverpool could get a cheaper transfer fee than usual for a Premier League proven England international like Mason Mount, who is a goal scoring and goal assisting midfield maestro with a very hard work ethic, a very good work rate. So he would, I think, seamlessly fit into Jurgen Klopp's playing style and the Liverpool dressing room. He is already, has a good relationship with Trent Alexander-Arnold, Jordan Henderson and all the other like England players, Joe Gomez as well. And Chelsea first have to sell players in order to comply with financial fair play rules. By the way, I'm back home after renovating my father's home, my father's flat, for 3 days straight in another city. My father is still in hospital after a stroke for like 5 weeks now. He's recovering slowly, but he still can't walk unaided. So make sure to wish him good health in the comments and leave a like on this video to cheer me up and to welcome me back and welcome the daily news updates around Liverpool FC and the Premier League. And Thiago Silva came out and criticized Chelsea's strategy. He said the first step has been made by the club, and it's an incorrect step, but it has been made. It's a hard period with a lot of indecision, a change of ownership, new players arriving, and we need to stop and put a strategy in place. Otherwise next season we could make the same mistake. And Todd Bowley and this Chelsea ownership group, they have all the money in the world, but they are absolutely incompetent, out of their depth. They don't know how to run a football club. They don't know how the player strategy should work. They are just throwing things at the wall and see what sticks. And Chelsea has been probably in their worst season for 10 or 15 years. Or maybe even 20 years. And the priority for Chelsea is to sell players, because not only Chelsea have a huge squad, they already used 32 players this season, but Romelu Lukaku is arriving back from loan, Levi Colwill is arriving back from loan, Malo Gusto will arrive to provide backup for Reece James, and they also have an agreement to sign Nkunku from Leipzig. So that's 4 new players on top of the players that already Chelsea have. So good luck to the next manager. He will have one hell of a job to make a team out of this like bunch of individual players. And the dilemma for Chelsea is how to cut their squad, because the financial imbalances in European football. Inter can't afford 80 million transfer fee for Lukaku. Will they take him on loan again? Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, will he want to sit out his final year of his contract at Chelsea? Koulibaly has been a major disappointment since coming from Napoli, but he's 31 years old. It's not easy to shift him. Raheem Sterling also didn't excel at Chelsea this season. He's 31 years old, I think, as well, and he's on big wages. Marc Cucurella is a backup player for £62 million bought. Absolutely crazy. Hakim Ziyech, Christian Pulisic will be for sale, but they won't fetch a huge transfer fee. And Chelsea also have to think carefully about their academy products, because they are crying out for an identity. And if Chelsea sell their academy players, the fans will revolt and they will be very upset. But in terms of financial fair play, selling a youth academy player is pure profit in the balance sheets. Money talks, and Mason Mount looks increasingly likely to join Liverpool, according to this Guardian article. And also there are plenty of takers for Trevor Chalobah, who is a good, young, talented centre-back. Conor Gallagher and Colwill. Also some mid-table Premier League sides will be after them. I don't want Conor Gallagher. I don't think he's good enough to play for Liverpool. But Mason Mount, I would be all over that deal. And hopefully for 40-50 million pounds, Liverpool will be able to get him. And Todd Bowley are making decisions on a whim, on a feeling, and they don't have a clear transfer strategy. They don't have a clear vision and a clear strategy on how to run Chelsea Football Club, because Todd Bowley has never worked in football before. He doesn't know really how football works, and that's an absolute recipe for disaster. Chelsea need a clear vision and clear strategy, but I think they absolutely have to sell Mason Mount and other players. Mason Mount wants out. They will lose him for absolutely nothing if they decide not to sell, and Liverpool should be all over this Mason Mount deal. Of course, the next manager at Chelsea will have a hard job. Julian Nagelsmann is the favorite at the moment, but they are talking to Mauricio Pochettino, Amorim, Luis Enrique. And I mean, what was the point of sacking Graham Potter and then appointing Frank Lampard, who is a much worse manager than even Graham Potter at the moment? Chelsea have absolutely no spark whatsoever, and the new manager bounce is just non-existent with Frank Lampard, because he's an old new manager, and Chelsea, I think, has lost every game under Lampard. And Chelsea still has to play Arsenal, Man City and Newcastle this season, and Brentford as well. So Chelsea don't have an easy fixture list, and I think that they will play Man United as well. And Chelsea sit in 11th place. Even European football seems like a pipe team. They are 10 points behind Brighton, who sit in 7th place. So that's absolutely amazing how bad Chelsea have been. And I'm pretty sure that Mason Mount would absolutely thrive under Jurgen Klopp, and especially with this new strategy and new playing style that Trent plays as an inverted wingback, sometimes as a deep-lying playmaking midfielder. Mason Mount would be perfect for that high up attacking midfield role. And it's very likely that Mason Mount will leave Chelsea, because he's not even starting under Frank Lampard, and they had a very good close relationship. Mason Mount was one of the first names on the team sheet under Lampard when he was first in charge at Chelsea. So now that he's not even starting, I think we should go all out for Mason Mount. The big worry is that Thomas Tuchel might come in for Mason Mount, and Bayern Munich might be a more preferred rival to sell. I mean, more preferred team to sell for Chelsea than selling to a direct Premier League rival. And that's why I think we should get this Mason Mount deal done as early as possible. And what is really upsetting for Mason Mount personally is that even though he has been Chelsea's best player in the previous 2 seasons, he literally won Player of the Season award 2 years in a row. This season he has been hung out by the fans to dry, and he has been scapegoated for Chelsea's disastrous season. And Mason Mount decided to delete his Twitter account, mainly as a result of the Chelsea fans constantly abusing him on Twitter and blaming him for Chelsea's poor run of form. He's not even starting games, and yet Chelsea are blaming one of their own. The youth academy player Mason Mount is not the reason why Chelsea have been struggling. And yes, he had a dip in form, but with the whole Chelsea team being absolutely disastrous this season, that's not a surprise really. And I think Mason Mount would be a regular starter for Liverpool. He has the work ethic. Yes, he might not be as athletic as some other midfielders, or might not be as strong, but we need a skillful, creative attacking midfielder, a box-to-box midfielder who can score goals, get assists, and really affect the team results on the pitch. And we can sign other players for other roles in this Liverpool team, but we have been lacking a goal-scoring midfielder pretty much since Philippe Coutinho left Liverpool. So I would definitely get Mason Mount in. And I think still Liverpool should be signing a defensive midfielder. We can't rely on Fabinho not having a dip in form like this season. And yes, Bajcetic is brilliant, but he's only 18 years old. He's still a kid. So if Fabinho is out of form or if he is injured, we have to rely on Bajcetic, and we have nobody else. And we should also rotate Fabinho and Bajcetic, and maybe another defensive midfielder would be ideal. Somebody like Declan Rice or Caicedo, but they are both hugely expensive, 70-80 million pounds, and I don't think Liverpool will have that amount of money after signing McAllister, Mason Mount, Gravenberch. So maybe getting those 3 midfielders plus banking on the fact that Fabinho hopefully will be better next season, and Bajcetic will improve and get better next season. Maybe that will be enough in the midfield department, but still a centre-back should be another signing that Liverpool should make, and a right-back as well, because yeah, Trent Alexander-Arnold can't play every game, and we really need somebody like Tsimikas on the right hand side as well. And it's you know, Mason Mount is a mix between a Henderson type midfielder and a Lallana type of midfielder. He's a very well-rounded, jack of all trades kind of player. Bit more of an attacking edge. I think he's much better attacking wise than Henderson, and he's hard working. He's not like elite, pure world-class midfielder, but he can be world-class on his day. And with Jurgen Klopp at the helm, I think he can get the best out of Mason Mount. Remember, he has been Chelsea's player of the season 2 years in a row, and that's not easy to get, and you don't get it unless you are a really good player. But Mason Mount has found himself out of the Chelsea team because new manager came in, new players arrived, and also he's in a contract dispute, so he's not exactly the first name on the team sheet at Chelsea. I think with all the links, all the rumors popping up, it's pretty clear that Mason Mount and Liverpool have an understanding that if the chance arises, Mason Mount would love to play for Liverpool. At the moment, probably Chelsea and Liverpool don't have an agreement. It's a big question. Do Chelsea want to make a quick sale before the July 1st, the transfer window opening day, or will they want to drag this out and get as much as possible for Mason Mount? That's the big question for me. And Alisson said after the Leeds United game that it felt like a classic Liverpool performance with hunger and quality on display against Leeds United. We played a really good game, Alisson said. I think we did something that we were looking for, that was being consistent defensively and being aggressive on the pitch in the right way with the ball as well. All the goals that we scored were because we created the chances that we had. It wasn't a gift from the opponent, we had to work hard for that. We did that, and it being away from home was something important as well. We just have to use this performance now for the next game. And Fabinho said that with the intensity that we play, the reaction must be there from the players, the counter press must be there. This is one of the biggest reasons why we won the game against Leeds. And I think with the ball we were good as well. We were patient in some moments when we couldn't find space, but we kept the ball, we kept passing, and then when we found a good pass and a good choice, we could score. When you play like this, you can win, you can score a lot of goals. And Fabinho also praised Trent, that Trent is very good on the ball with his quality of pass and finding players in behind. We can really use this. In this position, of course, he will have less time to think, but I think he's a little bit used to being in this position. Even when he played right back, he likes to drop a little bit and go to the middle. We can really use his quality of pass. In the last game, he gave 2 assists and it was really good. Not just with his passing, but his reaction was good as well. And I think in the academy, he played as a midfielder, so he knows a little bit about this role, and it was not hard for him. But also Trent didn't forget about his defensive work either. He was slotting back into that right back role whenever Liverpool didn't have the ball. Not only Trent going from midfield and then going to the side, but other players knowing that we need to have a good reaction on the counter press or getting back to their position, buying time. We dealt really well with the chances that the opponent had for counter attacks. We stopped them so often in the game. As Fabinho said, this always gives you a good feeling on the pitch, and that's something we want to keep with us for the rest of the season. And football is already going quick. We already are thinking about beating Nottingham Forest on a Saturday. We have a different opponent now. They have their goals, they need to reach their targets. We have ours as well. We come from a game where we found our way back, and they come from a game they lost. They want to show a response for sure, for their supporters, for themselves, but we are focused on things that we need to do and prepare as best as we can to get on the pitch. It's a home game, it's always good to play there, to have your supporters there helping you. I hope Anfield will be fire on Saturday. And Fabinho said, in this moment of the season, it's really important to win the games, but I think the way we played against Leeds is something that we have to take. I'm trying to do it in the next game as well. We really enjoyed it on the pitch at Leeds. Our fans enjoyed as well the way we played. So yes, we will try to get better, of course, and to keep playing good football with intensity, with really good reactions, and that's what we have to do. So come on Reds, let's beat Nottingham Forest. And also Newcastle play Tottenham, Aston Villa play Brentford. So the teams in and around the Liverpool, and especially the teams above us, will play each other. So Liverpool have to win against Nottingham Forest if we want to have any chance of finishing in the top 4. I didn't give up on the top 4 yet, because a lot of results are still can change, and Liverpool's position in the table. At the moment we are in 8th place. But if we win all our games, we will finish in a European place. That's guaranteed. So let me know what they think in the comments below. And thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.